Today on the OT, we break down LSU baseball game against Sacred Heart and the man responsible for overhauling the LSU pitching staff. All this and more coming your way. Hello and welcome to the OT, a segment of Tiger TV's Sports Showtime. I'm Taylor Halsey, and for the next 15 minutes, we will take an in-depth look into the lives of your favorite Tigers and pros. The LSU Tigers make their final road trip of the season to College Station, Texas, to face the Aggies for the second time this season. The Tigers are 8-8 in SEC play, while the Aggies are 7-9. LSU looks to improve their seeding in the SEC tournament standings. The Tigers could finish anywhere from 6th to 11th, entering their final two regular season games. LSU defeated Texas A&M 58-54 earlier this season. The Tigers face off tonight at 7 p.m. in the Reed Arena. Starting things off on the baseball field, but LSU baseball fans may be ready for SEC play. The team looks to utilize these early non-conference games as opportunities to grow. And as Sports Showtime reporter Johnny Lombardi explained, one freshman took that opportunity last night against Stephen F. Austin.
For a top 10 nationally ranked squad like the LSU baseball team, non-conference games against lesser opponents like Stephen F. Austin may not seem as important on paper. But in actuality, it's a chance for the team to fix the little things like reducing the number of runners left stranded on base, an issue that plagued LSU against Brown this weekend.
I think we were just more focused at the plate. We went out there and we took every at bat, and we didn't throw away at bats.
I mean, it's just the nature of the game. It's hard to get hits sometimes, and even when you hit the ball hard, sometimes they go right at players, or players make good defensive plays.
Early non-conference games such as this one gives LSU a huge opportunity to play younger players. One player took advantage of that against Stephen F. Austin was Andrew Stevenson. In his first at-bat start for LSU, Stevenson hit his first career home run in the bottom of the third inning, and he hopes it won't be his last.
That's a confidence booster. It gives him something to build on and just keep continuing to work harder and try to get a spot, but we'll see what happens throughout the year.
Head coach Paul Maneri said Stevenson's performance Tuesday went a long way to proving his worth in the starting lineup.
You watch him in batting practice some days and you think that he's just, his swing's not consistent, or, he can't handle the bat the way you'd like him to, like kind of like a Mark Laird does, so to speak. He'll slap the ball here or bunt the ball, whatever. But then whenever Stevenson gets in the games, including the scrimmages, he always seems to come through with hits. And with young players like Stevenson getting extended playing time, Maneri considers games like LSU's 9-2 win over Stephen F. Austin a success. Mission accomplished as far as getting some different guys in there and kind of, getting their feet on the ground, because, you don't know when you're going to need them.
Johnny Lombardi, Tiger TV Sports.
Looking ahead to tonight's game, LSU baseball continues their non-conference play against the Sacred Heart Pioneers in Alex Box at 6:30. The Pioneers are 0-3 on the season, while the Tigers are now 11-1. Nick Rumbelow is set to start for the LSU pitching staff. But what happened to that LSU pitching staff, and when did it become so reliable? Reporter Ryan Banowitz charged the mound to see how pitching coach Alan Dunn is reshaping LSU baseball.
It's hard to win games when you don't score runs. And LSU pitching coach Alan Dunn knows the formula for a scoreboard full of zeros.
It really comes down to one thing, is taking that ball and hitting that glove.
This is only Dunn's second season in collegiate baseball, but head coach Paul Maneri isn't concerned with a lack of experience.
Believe me, AD's got this coaching gig figured out.
Dunn's yeoman-like work ethic and attention to detail helped reshape the LSU pitching staff, and coaches and players alike can attest to his passion for the game.
Well, let me tell you, he's intense.
Oh man, you can see him giving the signs to the catcher. His eyes are so big, and he's real intense because he wants to win. He likes to compete.
But Dunn is doing more than helping pitchers put strikeouts in the stat column. He's using his 20-plus years of experience to land them careers in the majors.
For me, pitching is pitching. I don't care if you're pitching in high school, college, professional baseball.
He's just trying to share what he can with us, and we just try to pick his brains and just absorb what we can.
When you've worked with 25 or 30 guys that have gone on to play in the major leagues, you've worked with some of the best pitchers in the world.
Kevin Gausman, who's currently a top 30 MLB prospect, once told Coach Maneri the impact Dunn had on his pitching last season.
He goes, Coach, I have such confidence in AD. If he told me to throw the ball between my legs, I would. I know that there would be a reason for me to do that without questioning it.
But Dunn seems solidly focused on one thing only on a day-to-day basis, keeping his staff on top of their game.
You know, when you get between those white lines, just go out and compete. And that's what we're trying to do. Every game is trying to compete, and I think that's what pitching is. You give your team an opportunity to win. And that's what we're trying to do, game in and game out.
For Tiger TV, I'm Ryan Vanwitz.
Coach Dunn's pitchers are getting the job done already this season with a combined record of 7-1 by managing to keep the opposing team to 1 run or less in 4 of those outings. But stick around, we have so much more coming at you right after this quick break. Welcome back to the OT. One of LSU's shortest yet most powerful pole vaulters is looking to finish her senior year on a high note. Reporter Sydney Armstrong brings us an inside look at the incredible journey of one of LSU's toughest pole vaulters.
So many people ask you whenever you tell them that you're a pole vaulter, how did you start and why do you do this? Because it's absolutely nuts.
LSU pole vaulting senior Brianne Bergeron is flying high despite her petite 5'3" stature.
Here we go with a sport that has 13-foot poles and you literally run as fast as you can and jump off the ground, and it's crazy. It's like, why?
The Houma, Louisiana native has already begun her senior season by shattering her lifetime personal record with a clearance of 11 feet and 7 inches. But the road to pole vaulting wasn't always easy.
My senior year of high school, I started to have back pain, and we really didn't know what it was.
The pain Bergeron felt was actually a small, benign tumor on her lower spine, which would cause her to redshirt her sophomore season in order to have surgery.
Literally 3 days after my surgery, I was pain-free and walking, and it was just really like a miracle. 6 months after my surgery, I had come back to normal. I was vaulting again, and actually so much better than before.
Pole vaulting freshman Jacquees Dugas looks up to Bergeron not only technically, but for her always positive attitude.
She really knows how to compete. You know, she's always positive, never down. You know, when it's not going good, you know, she's always staying positive and working through it.
With athletics being a part of her life since the age of 2, Bergeron can't believe her career at LSU is coming to an end.
I'm definitely going to be sad to leave it, but the lifestyle is not going to change. I'm still going to be active. It's just going to be in a different setting.
Reporting for LSU's Tiger TV, I'm Sydney Armstrong.
Bergeron hopes to qualify for the NCAA Indoor Championships as she and the rest of the LSU Indoor Track and Field team compete this Friday at LSU's Indoor Fieldhouse. Catching up with the 12th ranked LSU softball team, the Lady Tigers continue their 24-day road swing as they enter conference play this weekend. Seen here taking a break from the road to catch up on practicing at Tiger Park, the Lady Tigers enter this weekend's conference opening series at Mississippi State with a 17-4 record. The Lady Tigers are coming off of a 3-2 showing in the Citrus Classic in Orlando, where they beat the likes of number 14 Michigan, but dropped contests to number 10 Oregon and 15 Louisville. Head coach Beth Serena said being able to focus on one opponent should help her team's preparation.
This whole playing one opponent is really going to be a chance for us to breathe a little bit and not having to prepare for so many different things, so many different pitchers and different looks, and I think it'll be nice allowing them to focus a little bit more.
The Lady Tigers open their 3-game series in Starkville this Friday at 6 p.m. before returning home to Tiger Park for next Wednesday's game against Nicholls State. But stick around, the OT will be right back after the break with the best of LSU. Welcome back to the OT. LSU students voted on the Best of LSU, which was published in today's edition of the Daily Reveille. Tiger fans, and not their finest hour, voted for Mo Isom as the best female athlete for this past year. Y'all.
She doesn't even go here.
While Mo was a fantastic athlete for LSU, she has sadly left us for bigger and better things. Well, that's all the time we have for you today. Thanks for tuning in, and make sure to like us on Facebook and follow us on Twitter for the latest news at ttv_sports. We'll have exclusive web content coming at you at tigertv.tv this whole semester and on our YouTube channel. Thanks for watching the OT with me, Taylor Halsey, and I'll be back every Wednesday, same time, same place. Hope you enjoyed the show.